Hello everybody, thank you for coming and watching this video. So I want to start off with a show of hands. How many of you wake up in the morning and just jump out of bed? Raise your hand. And run off to the next thing you've got to do, like your pants are on fire. And if that's you, I want to encourage you this morning to slow down. So my name is Tracy Brown. I'm a somatic nutrition dietitian and a tuning specialist. And today we are going to talk about taking the time, first part of the day, and getting clear about what your needs are and knowing that they matter. Because what I see a lot of time, sorry, my dog, is, and I'm going to have to get up, but what I see a lot of times is that people get flustered and frustrated with themselves by midday, end of the day, when they're starving, I call it anxious starving, when they're so hungry that they're just not managing, we're not managing our mood very well, or our focus isn't very good, and we wonder why we can't cope. And it's simply because sometimes we have not been able to sink in and push against something enough to know, like, hey, what do I need today to live in a way that I care about, that I value, that's important. And so I also don't have to feel the negative stuff that I don't want to feel. And now that's not saying that we're going to be uncomfortable in this life. If you're working on this journey, you get pretty used to being uncomfortable because you're healing things that are part of the cause of the food struggles, and that's going to be uncomfortable. But there's a difference between, like, here's the inevitable uncomfortable versus like the preventable uncomfortable, which is I'm starving, I have a headache, I can't focus, I'm scared of my own needs because they get so loud. Those are all preventable things. And so we kind of have to make that decision right off the bat that I matter enough to take the time to figure out, what do I need today to prevent the preventable uncomfortables. So there's that. And it's really important to sink in there's some videos that I know some people that get out of bed and they do their prayer time, or they do journaling, or they take a half hour for that, an hour. That's awesome. I mean, I strive to do that. I don't do it every day, but I do try to take it slow. And I used to be a runner too, whereas I get up and get as much accomplished before I even got out the door to go accomplish more stuff. And my needs, I didn't even know what my needs were. It's like, oh, I guess I'll figure it out later, or I'll eat when I get hungry. And sometimes that all happened, but a lot of times it didn't. And even if I didn't get anxious hungry, and it didn't turn into something feeling out of control a little bit with eating, I just didn't feel good. I definitely wasn't grounded. And there's this sense of recapitulation of basically not feeling my needs matter, which sometimes is our home note, unfortunately. So it's really important that you start your day, even if you're not, I'm going to spend an hour a day kind of person, easing into my day, if you have that ability or time or luxury at this point, but just 5 minutes. Sit in your bed for 5 minutes and find your feet. Or when you're brushing your teeth, go a little slower. Like, what do I need today? Do I have what I need? How would I know? Just taking a second and feeling your feet on the floor. If you can, before you go into your appointment or office or whatever, as you drive to the car, take your drive time. Don't have the radio on or audiobooks or anything else. Or if you have kids in the car, you're engaging with them. But after they get out, take a minute, take 5 minutes, and just check in. Do I have what I need? And how am I doing? And simply doing this is a form of self-care, and knowing, taking your own temperature of how am I doing and what do I need to do for myself in this day. And let's see what this day feels like when I do that. Do I feel more grounded? Do I feel more cared for? Do I notice more? Do I notice that all the things that I used to think aren't actually true about how much I need to eat, or how often I need to take a break, or whatever it is? So I know these things sound simple, but I don't know that most people do it. I rarely have a person that I've worked with even a long time that really just gets up and okay, what needs to happen in this day with my food? and my care and my ability to slow down enough to know, like, I'm feeling a little extra irritable today. And usually when I feel like that, I don't use the tools I know to use when things get maybe harder or more or just bigger. And it's really important, like, okay, I need more, not less. All right. And so any beliefs you have about that as well that show up, they need to be addressed. Write those down. Talk to me about it. Have your trusted, friend, professional, whoever that you partner you talk to about these things, and unpack that, because that will again shift how you start your day. So thank you all so much for watching. If this was helpful, please let a friend know about it. I think we can all benefit from 5 minutes or as much time as we can get first thing in the morning. What do I need? Can I reach for it? Can I ingest it? And can I let it digest? All right, so I hope this was helpful. Please let me know if it wasn't or it was, and I will add more nuance the next go around. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any pressing topics you want to talk about, I'm going to be live again 8 a.m. on Friday, and so I'd love to hear your needs and what you'd like to talk about. All right, thank you all so much for watching, and take care.